We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah, yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Rooms is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it start? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal Ecosystems. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're live for another Ordinal Hour. This is a very special Ordinal Hour because we have my man Knox from SkullX. Knox has been in here forever, guys. He's OG as it gets. There's not many people that are more OG than Knox and what you guys are doing, and I'm really excited to talk to him. And it was really cool because I was like, when I knew I was gonna have him on the show, I was like, I know I have one of those cursed raiders. I went through my wallet and I was airdrop number 3. I was like, let's go. So that was pretty cool to see. I remember seeing it a while ago, and this is the first time really checking up on it and seeing that, making sure it was still there and everything, which is awesome. But I can't wait to get the show going on the road here. So let me bring up my man right now. We got Knox in the building. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, definitely. So how's everything? For anyone who doesn't know, maybe kind of go over what SkullX is and maybe some updates and stuff you have going on.
Yeah, sure. I mean, God, we're a project that's been around since 2021 now. And the previous project manager, they rugged. So, I kind of took the reins there, and we saw Ordinals hit in early 23. I believe it's 23. Yeah. No, we got in like February, like right when it started, and we launched a 333 collection called SkullX Cyber Raiders. So we got that around the 50,000 mark. And since have released 2 other collections, Hell Raiders, which are like the first collection with special stats as well as thematic inscription numbers, and then Curse Raiders, which is the only block 666 cursed collection, which is a 333. We've actually just recently launched a really cool collab project with 58 different artists, actually, where we got all of them to do one-of-one derivatives of raiders that we had in our vault. So these are both Cyber Raiders and Hell Raiders. And what we did is in order not to like dilute them or have like these 2 random pieces, we actually reinscribe them together. So this full collection is, you get reinscription as well as the original underlying raider. So all of these that you see up here. This is like totally unique. Like this is something that I've been thinking a lot about because, reinscription is such a cool feature that I feel like not enough people take advantage of in general. But these are all being auctioned off. You can go on Ord City right now. Right now we have up Artifact. That's his. And then Mr. Noise comes today. That one's like really cool. Both animated. Very dope. I think that, you know, in general, like the average price of these have been going about 0.035, give or take. Yeah, no, really dope. Really excited to like support really cool artists and get a bunch of legendary people on board. Partner with a bunch of projects as well.
Yeah.
And like Yokai Avengers is one. On Ordinals they did one, and Toshi from there. Dead Jira did a piece as well, so that's pretty cool. But it's just really cool to like, you know, have people reimagine it and add like extra value without diluting the collection and doing something dope with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I saw Boozy his on I think it was Saturday. I tried to get on it, but that price went way too high for me. I was like, I'm gonna get back in. I was like, woo, man, it was getting expensive. But yeah, but Boozy's an amazing artist. I mean, he did Pizza Ninjas and everything like that. So I was kind of expecting it to get that high, but that's awesome, man. You guys are really killing it, man. It seems like you guys always having updates and stuff like that. Is there anything else you want to maybe hint to something? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone saw that we got inscription 66,666,666. But we sniped that one. And not only like we got that on a block 666 sat as well, with a 666 transaction ID, 666 postage. And there's 6,665 more where that came from. So, you know, definitely unique, cool stuff. No, I mean, like, honestly, like, you know, I think that we're in a time right now when it's a really good time to be inscribing. So, I mean, we just spent around 2 Bitcoin doing that and making sure that we have something really solid to go for, you know, in the future. But I mean, right now is our focus is the auctions. And you know, the alpha for that is that each one of these auctions will have a free claim for what we're doing next with that other stuff. So yeah, no, exciting times ahead for SkullX. You know, the community is like diamond handed as fuck. Like they meme in our Discord all the time. The SkullX is like a straight up stable coin because it doesn't like we've had a pullback, but like in the general market, but like we've kind of like just stayed at our prices. Like everyone is kind of like there to be there, and you know, they know what they hold on to. Because I mean, you know, this is something that I say a lot, and that's that the most value that you can get out of collections or anything is art, community, and the collectability behind that. So we've just really tried to focus on doing that. And actually, I didn't even say, like, we actually migrated our original collection back from like March 21. So I think that is now like the earliest collection that is on Ordinals from March 2021 that's been migrated. SkullX Origins is that other one. But yeah, no, it's cool. There's a lot of fun stuff to experiment with the Ordinals, and we're just gonna keep doing that.
Hell yeah, man. And you know, with the cursed, you can't ever make another cursed ever again, right? So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing you guys got. You guys actually have a collection that you can never ever make again.
No, I mean, well, I mean, all of these are the case for that, right? So you can't ever have a sub 100K again. I mean, this cursed collection is the only block 666 cursed in existence. So I mean, that is especially no other exists like that. But yeah, no, sub 100K, you can't mess with that. Hell Raiders, we hit inscription number 666,666. So we got that too. Yeah, so
man,
it's fun to kind of experiment with this stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool to see projects like this, man. Watching you guys grow from, I mean, we got in not as early as you did, but I want to say like late March, early April, and it was you were definitely one of the first projects that we were definitely looking at those back then and stuff. So that's really awesome to see how much you guys grown, and now with this potentially new collection coming, you guys are gonna be on the front page of Magic Eden all the time. That's gonna be pretty cool to see because that's what it is. I mean, there's a lot of artist stuff that's just amazing, 100,000, 2,000, but you really need that lot of volume to really be seen every single day, every time you hit that Magic Eden, and you guys are doing it, doing it right again. So it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, it's I mean, like, it is kind of a reality about our kind of ecosystem in general, or just like crypto, really. Like, you want to be like on the front page, and what's on the front page? The volume. Why is the volume the front page? Is because that's what marketplaces are making their money from. So it's I think it's really important to have something that's accessible for that, and just give people like something to grab onto on top of that. I think is important.
Let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna get into some Bitcoin stuff here. I just want to say, please, guys, please smash that like button for us and put your questions in there. So obviously we have the Ordinal Hour, then we have the Ordinal After Hour, where we go as long as the questions allow us to. So the more questions in there, the longer we'll stay. So definitely pop those in there, and we'll just jump to some Bitcoin price action here. I'll show my chart here. So yesterday we had a pretty amazing day. Look at this giant green dildo of a candle we have here. So we definitely we're still been sitting sideways between 60,000 and 70,000. It was getting really bleak here for a little while. We weren't sure if we were going to break out of this range to the downside, but we really popped back up here. Definitely big with the the GameStop stuff that's happening right now, and I'm sure there's a lot of money coming out of there and coming into Bitcoin, because the guys who are into that type of stuff, those meme coins, at the end of the day, they're probably from crypto, right? So I think that's where this giant candle happened from. And CPI came in yesterday. I was telling you guys yesterday, if you were watching, that's big news. We came in under. It was expected 3.5 year over year. I think we were sitting at 3.4 year over year, which is still insanely high. But we're not growing, right? We're kind of sitting stagnant, but we're not growing, which is good. And I think Jerome's going to come in eventually and say, we're okay with 3. 2% was always the goal, but 3. And if he does do that, then it's going to allow him to cut rates. If they cut rates during, presidential years, there's going to be a lot of money coming in. They're going to start buying bonds up again. We're going to get out of this tightening cycle and into this liquidity cycle that I think we're going to have to happen, and kind of lines up with the 4-year plan of Bitcoin, right? What do you think about this? What do you think about that big day we had yesterday?
Man, I'm just like so bullish on everything right now. And this this meme, I mean, if this becomes like a meme stock cycle again, I just think that that's like such a huge catalyst for everything. And it's really funny. I personally, like, my origin story is GameStop. I started with
really?
Yeah. And then I just got into NFTs from there, because they were moving into NFTs. And then that got me into crypto in general. But it's funny because I'm scrolling through the timeline. There's a lot of other people that have similar stories. So if we see another craze like that, I think that is so crazy bullish for the entire crypto ecosystem in general. Because I mean, like, something else that people post a lot is that you can't halt crypto. Like, you saw the other day, like GameStop got halted like fucking 25 times or something ridiculous. And what a lot of people don't know is that there's a lot of over-the-counter trading that happens during those halts, and something called dark pools, all this other crazy shit. And it's funny because traditional finance likes to be more obfuscated, even though, like, we're like the anonymous, like, we like Monero, we like all that other crazy shit. We love, the Tornado Cash, which he just got charged and went to prison, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know, of code, man. We're writing freaking code, man.
Just wild.
Insane.
Yeah. But I do think that in general, if we see this going crazy, then we are going to see a lot of liquidity enter the ecosystem for just degen reasons. And then on top of that, like what you're saying, like, election year, easing off on inflation. If they start, like, people speculating on Trump winning, who is now crypto positive, which is interesting. I mean, like my personal opinion, I don't really like anyone, but like, sure, if you're gonna, I think the South Park example of the turd sandwich and the douchebag is a really good, it's a really good explainer for a lot of these elections. But I think like in general, like, you know, I think we could be pretty confident that Bitcoin is going to go up from here. Like, you know, I think that six-figure target is pretty realistic. Maybe this year, maybe next year. But you know, it's I think we're in for a good time, and you know, especially like when people are saying like ordinals are dead again, runes are dead, all this other stuff. It's I think there's a lot that people are missing, and they're being very short-sighted when they say that.
Yeah. And for me on this channel, I really liked the stock to flow. I plan B. I know it's a little off last time, but I think that was highly manipulated by the Sam Bankman-Fried and stuff. And I think you're gonna probably nuts here, but I think we're gonna hit 750K, so around 700K by the end of
750K.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'll take it.
when you told me earlier, you're like, I ascribed to Bitcoin. I'm like, you just potentially ascribed about 1.5 million dollars.
Okay,
but, yeah, but
750K. Tell me that.
yeah. So obviously, if you look at Plan B's chart here, every single time we pretty much hit the stock to flow ratio, and the stock to flow is based on what gold did and a lot of other different charts that really start off. And normally, you know, we definitely have this. I mean, he's been right all the way through, right? So we hit here, and then we bounce back down, and then potentially we're in the very start of this. So we just got this month will be our first red dot, right? And the red dot is the first month after halving. So every single one of these are months, right? So we're getting our first red dot because the halving just happened, the darkest of the blue. So it's 0. And now we're entering here right now. So we're going to get a dark red candle. And if you can see, dark red dot. And if you can see, that starts the entire phase all over again. So we're about to repeat that. And if we get that again, we're going to hit 700K.
Well, it's ambitious. Yeah, I'll take it. Hey, no, I've got a lot of Bitcoin. Like, I'm happy. I would be very happy to.
Yep. And that's why I've been telling people, you're not bullish enough, guys. Well, our song is you're not bullish enough, because I truly believe that. And we have all the catalysts. We have, you know, the ETF right now. We have the boomers for the first time ever. They don't need to hold their Bitcoin. They don't need Coinbase to hold their Bitcoin. They don't need to leave it in FTX. They can just go with their E-Trade account or with their you know, whatever, Fidelity, and go buy Bitcoin every single morning if they want to. You know what I mean? So I think
I agree with that. But
yeah,
do you think that, I mean, I was reading something today that like it's really hard to even track the inflow of these ETFs, and Bitwise is the only one that shows the actual inflows of them. But I mean, like, this is the thing with centralization in general. in traditional markets, a lot of the stuff that you buy, you don't actually own. And I know there is, you know, Bitcoin, there is inflow to these ETFs. However, you know, all the, you know, grandpa buying, is that really going to have an effect on things, or is it going to be more manipulated because of that with the ETFs?
Well, you can see the inflow because Coinbase actually is the custodian for most of the ETFs, and they have specific wallets for each one. So you can actually see it every single day how much that BlackRock ETF grows, or how much that you know, Fidelity ETF grows and stuff like that. So you can actually see the inflows by the amount of Bitcoin that Coinbase is sticking in each wallet, right? They have specific wallets that are for BlackRock and for stuff, and they have to report that in the ETF filing, right? Where that's being held at. So you can actually see the flows that way. And when I say grandpas and grandmas, I don't mean like our grandma was a grandpa. I mean, like, I'm talking
Why
about,
not?
like,
Let's onboard them, man.
Well, that could happen too. But I mean, like, let's just say, like, you know, the upper echelon of the you know, the you know, the people that we call the elites, right? This is the first time that they can feel comfortable buying because Larry Fink's saying, "Oh, don't worry about it, I got you." You know, and best thing about it, they're probably insuring it. Larry Fink somehow is like insuring it. They probably got insurance on these things and stuff like that, where if it does go kaboom, they make money anyway. So the rich will always make money no matter what. Whether so, to me, it's like you can finally see people like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the elite of the elite who don't know where to put their money. That's including the Saudi Arabian princes and stuff like that. That you know what I mean, that's huge catalyst that I'm hearing. And now Hong Kong just they got their first Bitcoin ETF, and it's just first time ever where you can just buy it nonstop without worrying about losing it, right? So I think that's the big catalyst for me. And if you check Wellwire every single day, it's like this fund has reported $1.5 billion. This fund has reported $2 billion. This fund has reported. It's like every single day. The state of Wisconsin yesterday just said that they own Bitcoin. It's like states now. So, I mean, what happens? I mean, you got El Salvador. They're doing so successful right now. What's stopping Colombia? What's stopping Brazil? What's stopping these countries who can print their own money and buy as much Bitcoin as they want?
Yeah, but how much is that money worth?
Well, it's going to go down against Bitcoin. So
yeah, no, I think it all will. Honestly, no, I think it's the nature of the hedge fund, right? It's a hedge against everything, so it doesn't naturally go down. But yeah, no, like so many catalysts for the future. I'm giga bullish as well. Maybe not as giga bullish as you are, but
I don't think anyone is. I don't think anyone is bullish as me right now.
Probably not. Maybe the stock to flow guy is. I don't know. But
he's saying 500, 700, and he's been right pretty much this entire time. He did call 100K last time, and he was obviously wrong. But I think, as I said, I think that was heavily manipulated by Sam Bankman-Fried and those guys. And I think if it wasn't pushed down so they could short it, then I think we probably would have hit 100K last cycle.
Yeah, it's entire. I mean, there was a lot of different crazy shit going on. I mean, like, listen, if they turn on the money printers like on an extreme level, and especially if Trump gets in, like he wants the economy to be good, right? So, that means turning on the money printers and replacing Jerome Powell and doing all that other crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
I have full confidence that he will just say, fuck it. I don't care.
I mean, he has nothing to lose. If he gets in again, he has nothing to lose. Like,
yeah,
that's
true.
I mean, I'm a one issue voter. So, and that issue is crypto. So, I mean, with Operation Choke Point that happened last year and everything, that I'm not comfortable with the current regime. So for me, being a one issue voter and that issue being crypto, I mean, that's all you really need to know. Right. So,
it makes the thing simple, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to jump in the roll call real quick. I'm going to see who's here. We have amazing community, and these guys support us every single day. So I definitely want to kind of repeat who's here. And for here in Bitcoin, first is first. And Yazir, you win today, my friend. Yazir is number one. Yazir is always here. That's my man right there. And then number 2 spot, we have Todor. Sixes, you'll probably love this guy with his name right here. Sixes, right? So, and then we got Rick G here. Ordinal Tweets, Green Man. Crypto Goth, Crypto Spear, thank you so much for joining us. This is your first time here. Whales Tales, Sayin is here. And then we got E-Buck. Thank you so much, E-Buck. And we got Sayin again, Chief Axel, Coach Cats, Cat Cats, my man Steve. What's up, buddy? Then we have Cindy. And then we have TKO, Broke Oshi. He's here every single day. We appreciate you, my friend. Then we got TKO again, D-Gen, Grim Wolf, Danny. Danny's always here. Appreciate Danny. Tim Bake AODR. Appreciate you, my friend. Then we have Mysterian, Cal L, Patty Poo. What's up, Patty Poo? Alpha Gamer, Crypto, Cray Crypto, Rebecca. No. Welcome to the show. And they have Courtney Johnson, Cache Cats again, and we'll cop it up with Crypto Hot News. Oh, Superfan just made the roll call. Thank you so much, Superfan, for being here. Appreciate all you guys, man. You guys are the reason why we do this every single day. But yeah, man, we'll jump into our next thing here, which is pretty big. So this sucks. I hate talking about this kind of stuff, but it's something that we need to talk about here. So today there was a significant security breach involving Alex, a leading DeFi project on Stacks. The incident appears to involve the vulnerability in one of Alex's smart contracts over on Stacks. Oh man, it's pretty bad. So approximately 13.7 million Stacks tokens valued at $2 a piece were taken, and not only that, but there was a lot of other tokens here as well. I'll actually show my screen, and I can show you what are some of the tokens that are in there. So the Alex team has responded by removing all. So they removed a lot of the stuff that's in there. So if you do, I know Orange Egg just came out. Orange, they came out and said none of their tokens were involved in this. So if you do have any of these tokens, it seems like it's really was just a Stacks token and obviously probably some USD and stuff like that. But it sucks, man. What do you think about this? And I know it sucks to hear, but it's just, it is what it is, I guess. It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, I mean, put your money back into Bitcoin, everybody. Here's your warning. Bitcoin can't be hacked. No, I mean, honestly though, like, no, it's terrible. And this stuff happens all the time. The security breaches everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
And it's miserable. Yeah, it does kind of just make me more bullish on the Granddaddy chain, honestly.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's never been a hack here. I mean, it's amazing. So, but obviously being here and not having the OpCat in yet that we hoping that comes. So maybe we shouldn't hope because that is going to open up opportunity for hackers to get involved. So Bitcoin's perfect how it is. But if we don't get that OpCat or don't get another opcode put in, do you think some of these layer 2s can consist and this type of stuff happens? Do you think Alex is kind of beat up by this,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, a lot of these things are, just multi-sigs or they're, they're just side chains or whatever else. And, I'm very, very bullish on the idea of getting OpCat together. I own a couple of quantum cats because, I just think, and to be completely transparent, I'm not like 100% like knowledgeable on like the implications of OpCat beyond it just being something that creates a solid off ramp and on ramp for layer 2s. But so I think that once we get that rolling, then that's going to be a lot more consistent, a lot more bullish, for lack of a better word.
Well, we'll kind of get off this subject because that stuff's gonna happen. And do you think Alex bounces back?
I how much of their treasury is
it's a lot. It was probably like, I don't know, I want to say about 50%. It had to be
50%.
I mean, we're talking $26 million worth of stacks, so I don't know the exact number, I'm guessing, but I don't think Alex is valued that high. They're not $1 billion.
Well, even if they're $100 million, that's I mean, significant. So I mean, maybe if they can get some funding and show that they're working on something that is revolutionary, then I'm sure this is an opportunity that a lot of venture capitalists will want to jump onto. But
100%.
if it's like not if it's not an ordinal revolution,
let's go.
Then
I see what you did there.
Very clever. Yeah. Then no, I don't know that. I mean, it might be a tough one. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're getting some more bullish stuff here. So Kraken, obviously one of the biggest exchanges. They're obviously one of the top 3 crypto exchanges. Now the FTX is going, but Kraken, Matthew Howe's prediction, there will be more than 1 billion fully diluted value Bitcoin Rune token by the end of the year. Obviously right now there is Fuhu, but 99% of it is with the team. So it looks like it's $1 billion, but that's considered not FDV, which is fully diluted because only 1% is in supply. Do you think Matthew is right here? Do you think we see multiple $1 billion FDVs? Okay,
easily. So many people aren't considering the fact that like we've only seen like what OKX buy into R6 now. I mean, that's it. And Binance has just released something recently, talking about what are runes. They did this before they got into BRC20 as well with Ordi and Sats. And I think these are things that are just, I mean, kind of like programmed to happen at this point, but they take time, like what are we in now? Like, are we like 3 or 4 weeks into runes being launched? And, things like everyone has such a short attention span. And it is the nature of it. We're all like a bunch of Adderall infused fucking degenerates that like want to get on a trade and sell it in 5 minutes and make a 20x. But like reality, some things take time. Ordi took time. PRC20 took time to take off. Bitmap took time to take off. there's a lot of things in general that, you know, they require a bit more massaging, we'll say,
Yeah.
to kind of get the greater ecosystems involved, the greater crypto ecosystem involved. But yeah, stuff like Binance, even Coinbase at some point, I would not be surprised. And you know, you look at someone like Leo, for example, who's just has like the most ridiculous network effect ever with Dog. Like it's just it's a very mid curve meme, but I mean maybe that does actually work out. Who knows? But and then you have like, you know, teams like R6 where they just constantly deliver again and again and again and again and again. You know, so they're obviously like very, very on top of things, and you know they have their partnership with Memecoin, etc. And then, you know, like Cybercogs, decentralized. Yeah. You know, I mean, they are the original Ponzi, like amazing. Like, so, I mean, they did an amazing job in 21, you know, really, you know, running the price up of these things and making people just wanting more. So
I know someone who spent 75 Ethereum on a Cybercon. So
yeah,
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. They're trading under 1 ETH now. So I mean, this is an age-old story. I mean, shit. How many people bought like how many pictures or screenshots have you seen of people selling you know, bases at like 10 ETH that they bought at 300, you know, like and you know, I guess it's just like tax loss harvesting at that point. But
oh man, that's a lot of tax. That's a huge you're good for a few years. Like you got 3 years with those losses.
I hope they have some other gains that they've been going off of, but no, it's there's 100%. There's going to be the UX needs to be built up. It's the same as Ordinals was. You know, it was a very unfriendly UX. It was very new. People didn't understand it. Now we have runes coming into the system. It's like, you know, it's very new. The UX needs to be built out more. And then, but now the problem is we had this unsustainable pre-runes hype. You know, anyone with half a brain saw that, like, okay, everyone is going nuts right now for a system that's going to be pretty similar to BRC20. So this is not really going to play out for a lot of people, which is why I personally like sold a lot of my runes before they became runes. But like, you know, but now I'm buying like a dollar. You were saying a second ago, like dollar cost averaging in now. Like these are like the best times to find those ones that are like extremely. They have a huge undervalued. They have a huge upside to them. So I think it's a good opportunity right now, to say the least.
100%. So we got over 500K rune holders now. Obviously, it's not exactly holders. I have, you know, probably 11 wallets that I hold different things in. I'm very I call it good hygiene. I have, you know, I don't like to keep too much in one wallet, because if too much gets hacked, it's a bad day and not a bad week or a bad year. So if I have a bad day, then that's fine. And it actually just happened to me recently. I had 3 ALUs in a wallet that I was using for testing. I forgot I had the goddamn freaking ALUs in there. So I would just click on anything with that wallet, right? I didn't care. I would log into everything, and I forgot I put the ALUs in there, and I got somehow 3 ALUs taken out like 6 days ago. But again, that was a bad day and not a bad year. They didn't get my decentralized and all my other stuff, all my big stuff, my node monkeys and stuff are doing just well. So but again, that's why, you know, we preach on the show. That's why we partnered with we got Traverse as one of our partners now, and they have a vault over there, man. And it's pretty cool. With you three-factor authenticator, you can use Google Authenticator, an email, and your wallet to get your thing out of their vault. And you know, if they have something that, you know, you don't want to get messed up, and that's the reason why we partnered with Traverse there. But anyway, we'll jump into go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I know it's really good to have, like, even in terms of airdrops, like, you know, if you have like orange chip assets, then you know, you want to have them in separate wallets as well with like a few other things. You know, if you have your OMBs, your node monks, your quantum cats, whatever, your SkullX, no, then you know, this has been like an age-old thing where like people, you could have made like a ton of money in the past like months if you just had them separated. Right. So learn from people's mistakes. But this also like increases the holder count as well. On top of that, I remember like after R6 dropped, like, you know, node monks and like puppets, like their holder count like doubled because everyone just started separating their assets. But Yeah, no, definitely good. Traverse sounds
Yeah.
cool. It's interesting.
Yeah, with the 500k runes holding. But let's kind of jump over to here real quickly. I like to play this little game when we have guests on. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's called Bullish or Bearish. So I'm just going to jump through a bunch of projects and just give me bullish or bearish and then tell me why. Okay.
So,
All right, no monkeys.
no monks. But see, it's hard because it's like I'm bullish on like everything here.
That's fine, dude. That's fine. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's something we'll hit on that you're not bullish on. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean, no monks are like they've proven that they have a great narrative behind them, a solid community. You know, Raktoshi has been doing an amazing job supporting it. You know, and just pushing it in the right direction. So, you know, I think that this kind of thing that a lot of people like from all sides of crypto look at and they're like, yeah, this is a great thing to speculate on, and I'll buy some. So, as you were around the 0.8, right? So.
Yeah, that was actually one of my biggest trades. I got two. I only got two no monkeys back then for about $2,500 each, and then I sold one for 0.68 and then one for 0.62. I didn't get that 0.8. Yeah, it was pretty big. I made like almost $80,000 off that trade. So that was lovely. That was probably one of my biggest trades. But then I actually got my two no monkeys back recently at around this price right here. So I'm very happy to. I felt like, damn, dude, what if they go as high as I thought they were? But I can't pass up on 40 grand when it was just sitting in my face. So but I'm glad to be back in. It's one of my favorite projects as well. Bitcoin Puppets, they have the craziest ecosystem I ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, man. I'm like, honestly, I'm more bullish on the people holding puppets than I am on the puppets themselves. Like, I feel like they have like such an incredible group of memers and like just people who are like so incredibly active in this ecosystem. And I don't know, they just like, I don't know, I feel like they push it in the right direction, and they have like a really great fucking meme, you know. And then now they have like, you know, the pups behind them as well, so they've expanded that community in a huge way. So I don't know, I own one. It's a pretty solid bet, I think.
Yeah, I'll skip the pre-runes.
Yeah.
Quantum Cats.
Oh, so fucking bullish, dude. I feel like Quantum Cats have always been like the most undervalued out of all of these.
Really?
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, think about, first of all, the team they have behind them, the investors they have behind them, and think about what they're working on. Like, not if, but when they get OP Cat.
You think it's when?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm not. I have no doubt in my mind. These guys have just been nonstop delivering. You know, how quickly did they get a BIP number, right? So like I think it's just kind of programmed at this point. And you know, don't forget that, you know, they have Taproot Wizards as well, which they are still sitting on. I took a fucking shower in a wizard costume one. I don't even have one, but but I do own two Quantum Cats now. But like, you know, it's the kind of thing that you know, like Taproot Wizards, for example, I think are a really good example of like right and left curve.
Yeah.
You know, left curve because it's a fucking wizard that looks like shit, kind of. But like right curve, they have one of the earliest huge inscription. They you know, they are working on all sorts of tech stack shit. They, you know, they've got like Rindal and a crazy power team. They're constantly like
Dan Held. Yep.
Oh yeah, man. Like, you know, and then one of their top investors is Bitcoin Magazine. So like, what do you think happens? Like, when, you know, when this OP Cat like is a like buy Quantum Cats, you know, or like check out Taproot Wizards. They just created an L2, like a real L2 on Bitcoin. Like, it's just like such an obvious play. And I cannot believe that they're not higher, honestly. I really do think that
their market cap, I mean, their price is high, but their market cap is super low. There's only what 2,000 of these, 3,000 of these, right? 3,333, right?
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, there's 3 times as much node monkeys, and the node monkeys are just right here. So they're a third of what node monkeys are, which is pretty crazy to me. So definitely, I mean, but the node monkeys, they have the power of sub 100. Some of them are sub 100K, and so it's
well, I mean, and the node monkeys are a different value prop. I mean, they have everything that they are going to offer right now. If you bought a node monkey, you are getting the first original sub 100K collection. Period. That's it. Quantum Cats, you're speculating a bit. You're seeing, can this team deliver? what are they going to charge for Taproot Wizards?
Yeah.
What is going to happen with the transformations that are happening with this? You know, is OP Cat going to get through? So I think, you know, obviously a lot of like right curvers or whatever are going to wait until that moment of like, yes, this has been activated. You know, we're working on this, and then it's going to just go parabolic. But like, I don't know, if you have any conviction at all in them doing that, then it's like one of the most obvious buys.
And I mean, that's what we do here. We speculate, right? So
Well,
that's
yeah, 100%.
Jumping over to the Ordinal Maxi Biz. How you feel about these guys?
OMB cannot be fucking stopped, man. That's simple. It's so simple. Yeah. I don't recognize it. No, yeah, I fucking love OMB, dude. OMB is like ZK is like a fucking legend, and this dude has just been nonstop delivering, you know, since the start. He's been involved since the very start. And you know, unfortunately I faded back when like the red and blue eyes were out, and the green eyes. Fuck, it's terrible. But I was staring at red eyes on the floor for 0.1, and it didn't pull the trigger.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really, really brutal.
That's like 3 Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, more than, because I would have like got, you know, would have minted the other ones as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you would have got the blue. Yeah, you would have got
man.
them all. Well, you would have to pay, but I think what was the cost of them? I can't remember.
I think the blue eyes were like 0.2.
Okay.
And then the green eyes were 0.08 if you were a holder. But yeah, man, and then you would have got all the airdrops as well. So like, that was fate of the century for sure. But you know, it's the kind of thing where I think you gotta just learn sometimes, and like you know, you can see that ZK is someone who's absolutely delivering on everything, and he knows the ecosystem very fucking well, like better than I think anyone. You know, I'm very confident in the very unique artwork that Tony's put out with it. So, you know, you can't really go wrong.
100%. And like we always say on the show, man, it's like education is very expensive. Not that you have to pay it, but sometimes you fade on it, and you won't make that 100%. Same mistake twice, right? So, but yeah, man. And I think you actually learned that. That's why you're jumping on the Quantum Cat so hard, because you learned that lesson from OMB.
I wish I could go little harder, but I can't go fully. Yeah, no, that's what I'm very confident with. OMB as well, I would say.
Yeah, man. All right, we'll jump over to, I don't know what chat. What's this? A new one? Did you hear this one before?
Yeah, this is one that this guy's an OG artist, from what I understand.
Oh, bro, I never seen these yet.
Oh, really? Yeah, they ran to 0.12 yesterday, I think. It's like an original art collection. A friend of mine told me to grab them, and I looked at them. I was like, really? But yeah, no, they're pretty cool. Yeah, no.
I got that minion type vibe. I don't know how I missed that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Blob is one that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bullish or bearish
real quick.
Bearish probably.
Gotta be honest, man. I just want you to be honest. That's awesome. We'll go jump over to Blob. What do you think about the Blobs?
Blob, incredibly bullish, dude. Another team that's fucking delivering nonstop. They airdropped this entire collection. They're airdropping the epic sat. You know, these are, you know, Eloc is someone who contributes to the Ord protocol. You know, Neuro is someone who's like at all the events and hosting all sorts of stuff. He's very close with Casey, etc. You know, first epic rune, you can't go wrong.
Bitcoin frogs.
Bearish
on the frogs.
Bearish on the frogs, man. They lost. They lost. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some people are like still like super into the frogs. I personally, the reason I never bought frogs is because I never liked them. But but you know, also a big fade opportunity. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, why would you buy a frog when you could buy a blob, and then you can get part of like
the big airdrop?
So like,
you
know what? Why? Like, okay. Frog Toshi is cool, and like, I love that he made like this thing just for art, and it was like the first collection to use lightning and all this other stuff, and they really took off. But I think the big reason they took off is because they had this amazing community that was like just fucking going so hard, you know, riding them.
Yeah.
You know, like going on the spaces, ribbit, like doing all the crazy shit, having a good time. You know, Tendy and I butt heads sometimes, but you know, he's someone who like really pushed it to new heights. And like, you know, you have someone like Jake who used to be like someone who was like very involved in the space. You don't see him much around anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're missing that community factor that really pushed them there to begin with. And I don't think that, like, now that they've lost that and there's other things that have more speculative value, just because they were solid at one point, they come back and people are like, yeah, sure, like frogs, they can go up and like, you know, like, punt some money here. But I mean, what do you think of the frogs?
So we had Chico Mo on the show yesterday. He's kind of leading the swamp nowadays, and so Yagobi's very bullish on the frogs. He thinks it's the most undervalued thing. I'm kind of in the middle. I got a few frogs just in case. I got them around 0.52, 0.53. So I got them at the near the lows. I think they hit like 4.6. So I got someone just to speculate, just so if the price like Yagobi has a bunch of them, he's like cheering, and I'm like, damn, I faded that. So I like to just get a little taste, you know. So I got 2 of them, and but now you got me thinking, should I dump them and grab some blobs? Like, I've never been a person that like, so when we first got in there in here, April and stuff like that, we obviously did market updates. We kind of go through every week, and frogs were always number 1. It was them, D gods, and this was before OMB. So it was just like the frogs and the D guys were fighting for the number 1 spot every single week, you know. And it was, so I still have that like sediment, you know what I mean? That like that feeling, like, you know, that was the beginning, you know. It was just like, so I'll always like them for that reason. I'm just always seeing them there in April and May, July, when nobody was paying attention, right? So it's just that's the only reason why I think that I'm kind of bullish on them.
Yeah. I mean, it's I guess a nostalgia factor, but I mean, how many people do you think are nostalgic about crypto kitties on ETH?
No, nobody.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You put up some amazing points. I'm gonna throw him at Yagobi when he gets back. But
well, just I mean, tell Yagobi he needs to go on spaces and start ribbiting again, because I haven't been on the spaces where someone ribbits in like 6 months.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the swamp with Chico Mo, it was last week, and apparently they got a really big crowd over there. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Cool.
So.
Well, hopefully
we'll see what Chico Mo can do. I was telling him yesterday, I was like, "You're the new leader, man. You got to do it." He's like, no, it's a community thing. So they definitely need somebody to step up and really be ramping them. And whether that's him or somebody else, then if not, then I think you're right. So
yeah,
we'll jump over to bitmaps. We had Patoshi on yesterday. They're doing a new parent-child thing with the parcels. They were tapping the parcels originally, but now they're going to be doing something a little differently. He has this new site that he's creating to explore and stuff like that. What do you think about bitmaps? Do they have a chance to come back? They've been getting hit pretty hard lately.
Yeah. Well, this is a tough one, honestly. Like, because I do think that bitmaps are offering something that no one else really is. And it kind of like this unique sense of, it was just like a unique idea, really, like, you know, but it is very much a meta protocol and a meta protocol. And I think if you can sell that again to people who really buy into that and they really like that idea of being able to experiment and do interesting and cool things with the bitmaps or BRC 420s or whatever, then yeah, I think that'll work out great. It's a really good trade. Once again, I'm not really seeing many people ride bitmaps in the big way. I mean, there used to be huge bitmap spaces all the time. People like, you know, pumping it up like this is like revolutionary tech. Like, we are going to do all this other stuff. I'm like, I'm a bitmap landlord. Like, I'm going to, you know, do all this crazy shit. And, you know, I just feel like that doesn't really happen anymore either.
Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, on top of that, I don't know, like it's like, I think of like someone like, huge shout out to oh shit, fuck, I cannot remember his name.
1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is cool too. I like him, but no, I was thinking of some who did the Ordinal helicopters, the BRC 420. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no, nah, I don't remember that one.
Anyways, he made like these helicopters that were like exactly what like people were envisioning for bitmap, and they ran a little bit, but it's like they didn't really take off because it's like I think that people just like to speculate on it. They don't actually want to utilize it, you know. So I mean, I don't know. I'm like, so listen, if we can get Bitmap Daddy 1 and 2 to come and like do spaces all the time and show everybody why this is the best asset since sliced bread, then great. But
yeah. All right, we'll just jump to these last two real quick.
Okay.
Natcats, bullish or bearish?
Bearish.
Okay. DMT.
It's just too complicated for Joe Blow. They want to look at node monks and they want to see first sub 100K collection. Easy narrative to understand. I'm buying it because of this. Natcats, you have to get into like the block times and DMT and why doesn't the image show properly outside of this, and I don't understand this, and then like shit when it starts hurting my brain and someone who's like I'm like very like a very crypto dude, like I'm in it, like then I'm like thinking I don't know about, but I mean like I have some friends who are like super into it, super into it. They're like, this is going to change everything, this is revolutionary. The Bitcoin, the Royals they just minted. I'm not sure how they're doing. I haven't been paying attention, but
they're still minting, I believe. I think it's like a long mint, and you have to hold something to get it. I don't know. We tried, but yeah, I'm in the same boat with you with Natcats, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro.
But hey, maybe we're revolutionary faders because of that, and we don't get it. And we're
we'll have to learn again. So the next crazy thing that pops out, we're like, well, no, we had the education. So the last one before we jump the runes here. OCM, Genesis, On-Chain Monkeys. How do you feel with that entire group of projects that they have?
I just bought one actually. I'm bullish on.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm bullish on Danny. It looks like I'm down on that buy though, actually. but yeah, no, I think Danny is someone like him specifically I'm very bullish on, and he's someone who knows how to experiment with the tech, and he knows how to create something really cool. I think that the only problem right now is they have a narrative problem. They were trying to jump on board with the first, like, we're the first 10K, and everyone obviously didn't really buy that. Then they started going on like this cursed sats thing. But I think that it's just, I think maybe if they, and I think they will do this, is that if they focus on like, we are a very tech forward company collection, we're onboarding, we're doing new shit, we're invested in this ecosystem, and we're going to like keep pushing that forward. I think that it ultimately just means that they'll take off because of that.
Yeah, man. I agree. I'm just one of the people. I want to sit back and watch. I want to see what they do next before I jump in there. So that's the thing. I did lie. I want to jump on one more. Just rare stats.
It's such an interesting one. Yeah, that is an interesting one. They really. I clicked on. Uncommons are going for $50 now.
Oh my god!
I looked at this the other day. I was like,
oh my god.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I'm down. Damn, dude. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, man.
Oof.
So they've definitely fought like,
but look at this though. Okay, never mind. There's 3 of them here. Okay, go finish. You what?
I in general, I really like rare sats.
Okay.
I invest in doing stuff with my projects in rare sats. I think they're a really cool concept. But the greater narrative needs to buy into it as well, or it's just going to become color coins 2.0. And while all the influencers etc are riding like runes, I think rare sats have been something that have really taken a back seat, and like the collectability and the interesting factors behind it. And it is sad because I mean like that's a big part of what Casey was doing here with this, right? Like, we're going to number the sats, we're going to create cool stuff. And I think that personally was a big selling point for me. It's like, we can take like, a sat that has a separate meeting and add, like, be creative with that. Thinking about like, OMB did a great job of that, being like the first, like there's meaning behind the block nines. You know what I mean? And we want to really express that and be like the first collection that really uses them. And, but I do think that like when people start attaching like narratives, like, we're the first block, like the oldest block 9 sats, or we're the this, and then and then on top of that, and then now like everyone and their mother is like doing block 9s without like any meaning to it. Like I think of like things like Mekon, for example. It's like, why? I mean, that's that kind of Jesus Christ, but like but like there's a lot of that stuff, and it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you doing it? It reduces the value of the collection, I think. And then when people start seeing that, they're like, okay, well, like, why am I buying it? And then on the timeline, everyone's like, yeah, rare sats were always bullshit. I always said that rare sats are bullshit and they're not rare. And this is grand scheme, they are. They just need to have buying pressure, right? They need to have people that are really interested in them. And I think the market just at this current point aren't, unfortunately.
I'm waiting for a runes project that takes on the rare sat narrative. I think every rune in that collection will be like uncommon. How crazy would that be? Like, you know what I mean?
Like every like UTXO like
would have to have uncommon inside of it or some type of thing. I don't know. I'm just waiting for someone to collaborate the two, if that's possible. I know Casey said when he was building runes, he was building it in that type of, so you could do stuff like that. But I don't know if that was still the plan or whatever. But I'm waiting for something. I mean, we did see the commoners, and we saw that didn't go very well. But
I mean, the problem with the commoners is that like every insider and their mother knew that the commoners were coming, so they had been stacking, uncommon sats to just drop on the market and make a killing. So it's just like that common, no pun intended, group of people. But so I think that, and then like when everyone saw it just not perform well at all, then that really, I think, hurt the entire narrative in general. Because if you don't care about the first 10K uncommon collection, what else are we caring about? Why would we care about any of this other stuff? So I mean, that was a huge hit, I think, to the rare sats market in general.
I agree. All right, we'll jump over here. We'll knock these out. So we got Fuhu, bullish or bearish on 99% of the supply being locked up. And
I'm strangely bullish. I don't know. Like,
are you?
Yeah, I feel like I need to buy more, actually. I feel like you don't spend, $500,000 or whatever it was.
No, but they didn't. They hacked the system. They actually spent lower than decentralized. They actually created an ord thing or whatever, and they said they spent like 125,000. It was like they would have been the 8th or 9th, but somehow they figured out a way to get that number 1 spot.
Well, that's still a significant amount of money, honestly.
It is. Well, so think of the technology of being able to do that and no one else thinking about it. That's pretty bullish to me. It's like they figured it out.
Yeah. And like, honestly, like if they do anything other than like burn or redistribute the rest of them, then obviously that's a huge bear thing. And they were posting, unfortunately, they were like, don't worry, guys, like, don't FOMO right now. You're going to be able to get them cheap. Like,
I know. And so now it's like, what do we do now? And then Leonidas came out and said he thinks that this is going to be a, potential ICO type of situation where, I mean, what happens if they come out and say ICO? This is going to $1, right? Real quickly.
Yeah.
But if they come out and say, hey, we're burning the supply, and it goes to $270.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
So,
100%. Like, I think that would be the smart, and I'm sure if they have anybody with like a percentage of a brain, they will tell them, do not, do anything with those tokens, but burn or airdrop them. Obviously Leo has his
even an airdrop would be bad though, because again, they're $20 now. I mean, if I get an airdrop, I'm going to sell them for $20 a piece, right? So it's just like it immediately goes under $5 with an airdrop. I mean, look at $2.1 billion.
Yeah, but I mean that the circulating supply just becomes the market cap, like, right? It doesn't like, you have the same value, right? If you get like 10-to-1 tokens, right? It just.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like still, like if this comes out, if they say we're airdropping the entire supply, there's no way that holds up. This goes
2
down
billion.
to $1.
Well, 2 billion isn't even the real market cap. So You know,
Well, I'm
so
just saying that. I mean, if you're buying it at $19, you're buying it at $2.1 billion market cap. If all the tokens are fully diluted,
which they're not.
they're not. They're not. Okay. All right, we'll jump over to the dog go to the moon. You bullish on Leonidas? Can
Yeah,
he
man.
do it?
Yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah, no, I hold the
Okay.
bag for sure. No, I mean, and like he's one of like the main dudes in like the ordinal space.
Yeah.
You know, he's very smart. He's very tactical about everything he's doing, and the network effect he has is like fucking almost on like Roaring Kitty levels right now. That's
Yeah.
probably an
No. Yeah.
exaggeration, but like
Well,
either
Roy Key,
way.
1.2 million followers. He tweets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of
no, it's
him, man,
insane.
that's
Oh
insane.
yeah.
Arsic Genesis Rune. Oh, I skipped World Peace. I'm sorry, Puppets World Peace. This is up 100% in the last 50% in the last like 48 hours here. What do you think about pups?
Pups are great, man. You know, they've got
Yeah.
great memes. They've got a great, backing of community. Farmer Joe's a legend. You know, it's a pretty easy play, I would say.
And decentralized. He's a big figure over there, and all those people. So.
Only slightly autistic. It's okay though.
they call themselves artistic. So
right. Of course.
But yeah, then Arsic Genesis runes. We think Raktoshi is the rune dev. That's just something that we've been saying on the show.
Do you? You actually think that, huh? I don't know.
think we think that Raktoshi is the node monkeys. We think that
he came out as the No Monkeys for sure.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we thought that before he came out, and then this has the same vibe, that same Raktoshi type of thing coming out with the R6, and you got to be pretty clever to come out with that entire scheme. And they're building a meta protocol on top of runes that we don't know what it's going to be like, but they did share a screenshot that said rune coin, Matic, rune coin this, rune coin Cosmos, and stuff like that. So I'm sure you saw it. What do you think about R6 Genesis rune?
Don't think it's Raktoshi, but am bullish.
Okay.
Actually, I'm looking at this price now. I'm like, fuck, I gotta buy some more too.
It's got down to 8 the other day, dude. I bought another like couple 100,000. So
oh shit, man. Yeah, that was a really good buy. Yeah, dude, like they were the first pre-runes collection. They had a unique and fun thing that people really attached to. The people they airdropped were like the best bag pumpers in the entire space, so that was very thoughtful in that sense.
It really was.
So it's I think they did a really good job, whoever it is. So I'm bullish. We'll see what happens.
Decentralized. This CyberCongress came out last week. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they said circle plus lightning bolt equals question mark. We on the show, we think it's a 10K CyberCon collection coming to Bitcoin. If you burn a Promethean and decentralized tokens, potentially you get the whitelist for this 10K collection. This is just hypothetical. We are just 100% thinking behind the lines here. But what do you think about that?
That sounds probably along the lines of what they're going to do. I thought it was pretty funny when everyone was like saying the decentral or the Prometheans, it turns into another thing. But it's a delegate inscription, so it can't be changed. So, I mean, maybe that's their strategy. They're going to get people to burn and then inscribe the stuff themselves. I
would love to burn. I hold 6 million decentralized tokens and a bunch of Prometheans. I would love to burn all of them to get me some CyberCongs. I think a CyberCong on Bitcoin would be pretty sick.
But then it does lead the question of like, is that just another ETH collection that's coming here?
Well, it would be on Bitcoin. But you know what I mean? So I mean and if they come out with some badass art, imagine some CyberCons like jacked up on the chain. That'd be pretty crazy.
Well, and I think we have to consider though, like, what is like the means to the end here? Because at this point they haven't made any money unless they're just offloading a bunch of their own supply, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think they have any, or do they? I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure they made tons up on the run up. So
if they have
they kept 3,000 Promethean.
Okay,
so they have a lot of Promethean, which ended up being a lot of decentralized tokens.
Okay,
So they have value here for sure.
did anyone actually watch that wallet, that 3,000? Did they sell a bunch? Maybe they did.
I don't know. I'll
We
have
should
to look
probably check.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Yeah, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 21,000 collection. And no one quote me on this. I'm gonna look into this after the show. But I thought they kept a good percentage of the supply, which is fine.
Sure,
You know, if you're gonna airdrop all that, you're gonna need some funds.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheap. So
100%. That would be my question though. Like, what are we? Are you just doing this to dump your shit on us, or what? Like, what's the plan here?
I hope there's a plan, but
yeah.
I'm thinking, dude, could you imagine a cool as CyberKong, like an awesome one that potentially you have to. I mean, think about the value of going and burning. Let's just say 910,000 decentralized tokens a Promethean. That's like $3,000 in value right there alone. And then you add that with you have to inscribe these yourself, which could be another $1,000. That's $4,000. I mean, I paid $4,000 for a Quantum Cat. You know what I mean? Back when they first dropped that, it was like 0.1 to get. So that's not bad.
Well, I mean, but it's an interesting thing though, because I mean, look at like Mutant Hound inscriptions, for example.
Yeah,
they minted, I think, above their floor price on ETH. I think they were like at 0.006 or 0.008 or something like that, and then their floor price on ETH was like less than that, which hasn't really kind of worked out for them, I would say, in this current moment. So I would be interested to see, like, are they going to be valuing this new collection more than their original ETH CyberKongs or their other?
True. I mean, there's only 1,000 of them though. They can all get a whitelist for this new one. That could be one of the stipulations as well.
Well, they also have that other collection, that Genkai collection.
The baby ones, right? It's like the baby.
Hey, there's babies, and then there's the one they released recently too. CyberKong Genkai, I think. So,
I didn't know that.
Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah.
It's a 20,000 collection.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They got to be going for like almost nothing then, right? A couple $100.
Probably. Let's see right now.
If you're gonna launch in a bear market, you're not gonna be doing too much.
Oh, I don't even think they minted it out. Yeah. 0.060.
Okay.
That's on OpenSea though.
Which is,
but yeah. So I don't know. I feel like people are like super bullish on these, and I have some. And like, but at the same time, there is other things to consider here.
It's number 2 rune.
Number 2 rune. Hey, that's cool. That's great. I love it. Yeah.
This has been fun. Okay. The rune token, I have no idea. We discovered yesterday it's some type of layer 2. I don't really know too much about it. I gotta look into it. Do you know anything about this one?
If not, bearish.
Yeah, they're not cat VM, so for sure.
Yeah.
Epic. We talked about these guys with the blah, but what do you think about this one?
Bullish as fuck.
Bullish.
I really like ELOC. I really like Neuro. I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's the first Epic rune collection token. So they're connected. We'll get it listed somewhere and it'll go off.
Yeah, I mean it's an easy post up to just be Epic. You can be Epic on on all these chains, right? You don't need to be 4 epics. So, and I'm curious what happens when we're allowed to go down lower. They might, when we do get the 4 digits in a few years, it seems like, but they could just just transfer Epic for Epic or something like that down the line as well.
It's possible.
So Satoshi Nakamoto, 20% is in one wallet. That's the only reason why I'm not bullish on it. Obviously, nothing Satoshi Nakamoto has ever really taken off. What do you think about this one, Rune 6?
I'm just like down so bad on this one, dude. Like, I've been like dollar cost averaging down just because I bought too high, and I don't know. I think that if like the narrative can really take off with it, and especially like the low rune narrative, then great, it'll be awesome. And if they're not using that 20% to just dump on people, also great. However, it's a tough one to call. I wouldn't say I'm over invested into it because it's definitely like a lot of like
Yeah,
speculative value here.
I agree. Yeah. So if 20%, if he sends that to Satoshi's wallet, this goes up to $10. If he starts selling it on the market, this goes down to a few pennies for a little while. I think
Probably.
that. So again, that really depends on
But I think they
on
know
that
it.
one
Whoever it
person.
is, they know. I mean, it could be
Yeah.
something like that would be like really good to have for like. I mean, we saw this with R6. Like, it
Yeah.
was good to have for OKX
Yeah.
to have those extra amount because they gave them the OKX and they got listed. And now we're
Yep.
getting all these extra holders in. Could be similar. Hopefully, they play it like that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they could send it over to some of these L2s and put it up as liquidity and take it to Stacks, can take it to some of the dexes over on Merlin, and just line it up as liquidity, line it up against Bitcoin, and just
Sure.
use it that way as well. And they can earn against it, but it's just still sitting there. You're still always wondering if they're going to take it off and sell it one day. So that's just something there. But it is Room 6. They did pay a goddamn lot of money for
They
this
sure did.
inscription. So
So did everyone in
Jack,
describing it too, right?
yeah, that too, yeah. Bank of Nakamoto. This is Jack Lou's project. What do you think about this one? Apparently, it's backed. They're going to be doing some sort of stable coin. They did came out and said that this was a misspelling, but I don't know if it was just it's a bank of Nakamoto dollar. What do you think about this one?
I had no idea. You know what? I hadn't looked into this one at all. So this is like the first I've heard is Jack Lou. He's got like a crazy cult following. So I mean, that's probably all you need to know. Yeah. with that, I would have probably bought it a lot sooner if I had known that.
So yeah, $20 million market cap right now. I faded this. I could have minted it. I didn't. I thought the misspelling kind of messed me up. I was like, these guys don't know what the hell they're doing. And then I find, and it was like, I'm not gonna get into a stable coin. I can't even damn spell the word bank. Like, what the hell? But yeah, so that's that one. Waddle Waddle Pengu. Yeah, this was one of the early ones. Oh no, I don't know why this is in the top 10 here. 14 million market cap.
This one.
Okay.
He put it up or etched it. He etched this rune and he was like, this is a funny meme. I'll do it. And then he came out saying, I'm not supporting this at all. Someone came on and was like, hey, I'm going to take this over and I'm going to be the one to run this. I don't remember his name, but obviously people like it because it's at a $14 million market cap. I've got a little bit. Yeah.
Zbit, BTC machines, they came out and they said, yeah, guys, we messed up. We didn't, we tried to get one of the top 10, but it just didn't happen. We had we had a transaction that was stuck on chain and we couldn't get this through, but it got in number 1093. What do you think about the BTC machines? We had Mr. Lucky on the show. Amazing person. He definitely got me bullish on everything that they're building over there.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are a big reason that I think a lot of people, for lack of anything else, made a lot of money. They are like the original airdroppers in this space. I think Ordinal's wallet maybe was first with Ordinal Pepe's. No, it was something else. I can't remember. But
Bitcoin Pepe's, right?
Bitcoin Pepe's, yeah. And they've just been, these guys have been like super active. They drop a new collection every week, which is insane. But like their community loves them. And I think that it's an easy play being the only gaming rune in existence.
100%,
to my knowledge, at least, or the only one that's relevant, at least. So I mean, like, I think that's cool.
And there's one more I want to hit on before we get to some Q&A here, and is one of my personal favorites, where Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman, he loves his son. I think it's a Father's Day play. I think this is going to be my Father's Day hold, and I'm going to dump it on Father's Day, because Mr. Yen's a businessman. It's a business decision. He would understand.
It's
true. What do you think about Mr. Yen?
I think it's a great meme. They need to keep the momentum going. I think that's it.
Oh man, we'll jump into some Q&A here, and then I'll let you go about your day. Let's see, we've got some questions here. Guys, put your questions in the chat if you guys have anything. Feels good to be okay. This is a question for you. It says, feels good to be alive. Does it not?
Every day is a wonderful day. That looks like an AI photo there. That's good.
That's my man. That's Yazir, man. He is always here. We appreciate him. And then we got, let's see. Not many questions, guys. There's a lot of GMs. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Do you think the recent attack on Alex Labs was an internal breach or an external one? Wow. I hope it's not internal. I'm hoping it's external, right?
Fun thing about these things is that you never really know. I mean, I don't know the details of it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to say, it's just, it just sucks either way. But sub 100K Honey Badgers, sleeper play at the moment. What do you think? Honey Badgers?
Bullish on the Badgers. I own some myself. Community's fucking cult crazy, amazing. And, they're a bit of like an edgy, let's fight the node monk thing. But yeah, no, I think that they will do well. These guys are, I don't know if you've ever been in their Discord, but they are absolute degenerates. Yeah. Fucking crazy. But
yeah, you got to hold a badger to get in, and it gets wild in there. A lot of alpha though,
Oh yeah,
for sure. Let's see this one. The antisocial frogs. Have you looked into them at all? Are they worth a punt? Bearish on the antisocial frog.
It's a double derivative, dude. That didn't mint out its supply, and I don't know, man. Yeah, I honestly, in general, like derivatives, I'm just like completely bearish on. Like, do something unique and original.
Well, I mean, you're bearish on the frogs, so why the hell would you bearish on the anti?
Yeah,
why bullish on the antis of frogs, right?
Yeah,
so,
really.
Yeah, not many questions. What inscribers do you use for runes? Where do you inscribe your runes at?
I use Lifehost tool, Rune Blaster. Yeah,
Rune Blaster.
Yeah, I like it. I like to support Lifo. He made it like super cheap, so
yeah,
it's a no-brainer. I'm a wizard holder too. Buy wizards.
Yeah. And we got this one here. When SkullX background, Knock? When are you going to get a SkullX background?
How do you know this isn't one, Tamu? That's the real question.
I want that one, bro.
Yeah, maybe this is part of the SkullX universe. You'll never know.
Oh man, well, Knox, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming here, man. I appreciate you so much for filling in for Yagobi today. It's been great, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks for having me, man.
See you, buddy.
Take care.
Hold on. Do you want to plug anything real quick? You got some time. We got 236 people watching.
I would say check out our reinscription collabs. You can go on Ord City right now and you can bid on Artifact. You get a Hell Raider and you get a really dope piece of glitch art. We got another one coming today by Mr. Noise. This one's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're doing them like every day. So check that stuff out. They're all in Ord City. Shout out to those guys. And yeah, check it out.
Where's the best place to come find you if they're looking for you? What is it? I'm sorry, it kind of froze up a little bit.
Knox 556 on Twitter.
All right, guys, you heard that, guys. I'll have all the stuff. I'll put your stuff in the show notes so you guys can check it out. Appreciate you again, man. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Absolutely amazing, guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys would please go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles there. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin Nashville, we have a 21% off coupon there. So please, guys, go check that out if you're interested. And if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, make sure you guys are rocking some gear. We at Ordinal Revolution have our own store there. So go to ordinalrevolution.com and then hit the store button. You can kind of take a look at everything that we're holding over there. We appreciate you guys. We're here every single day, Monday to Friday, from 11 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. So check us out every single day. And if you're interested in joining our membership program, we do have a membership program. We do live membership videos all the time. We kind of break it down exactly what we're doing in our personal portfolios and what we're thinking about doing. And it's just a fun environment. We do these a couple times a week. So check that out if you're interested. That is in the show notes below. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
We OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to upload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Rooms is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.